I saw an interesting question on Reddit about a database problem that at first might seem simple, but when you look at it, it isn't that simple. The problem was like this. A table with wines, group a result on some columns and extract rows for each group with wine that had the highest points. So if you take a select query, you group it and extract rows for that has some attributes for each group. So how can that be solved with selection? In this video I will not do any coding. I have prepared the code so it will be fast. I will do a second video that goes more deeply into how to code this for selection. Here we have the table that is going to hold wines. It has the key, name, points, country, province, region. And we are going to group on country, province, and take out the wines with the highest points for each group. So I start by creating the table. It is created and we check to see if there is any rows. No rows. Here I have a script for queries to selection, and here I've done a script to map this table to selection so selection can work with it. I will start selection here, and I have done a connection here that is working on this table. Connect. I will also open a browser and we are going to work in the browser for this. It opened in on another monitor. Here we have it. Here I have two queries. You can see those queries here. The first query is called wines and the other query is called best wines. We take the first one. As you see, we have no records in this. We have to add records. So I go to edit mode and I will add 15 rows. I have done some sample data that I will paste here. I have here I have a spreadsheet that I have prepared some data. I don't know that much about wines, so I just created some dummy values. Copy this and we will insert, and we will also save with values. So now we have data in this table. As you could see, the selection add was inserting rows in the database table, and it also created keys, and they are for each row that is inserted, the key is returned, and we can see that in the result. If we go back to the normal result, we can see now we have these values in the database. We can also check that here. We got this result. And what should we, here we can see that we have a country, Canada, and 3 different provinces, and these has regions. The wines that should be extracted are those with highest points for each country and province. Here we have wines with 5, Quebec, Ontario that will be one row. Those two will be in one group, highest for both those wines have 5. And here we have British Columbia that has a 4, so that will be the highest for Canada and British Columbia. And then I will execute these best wines, and that should extract those rows. As you can see here, we got the rows I pointed out. And how is that done? We will show the query for this. To solve this problem, we are using something that sometimes is called derived tables. And derived tables is a query that acts like a table in the join part. So here we have one select that selects from the table tier wines, joins, and in this join there is another select query, and that query is going to get this alias. So here we just select max points, country, province from the wines table, and we group by country and province, and we extracted max points for each country and province. And then we in the join part here, we join on points, country and province. So this result gets the result we are seeing there. So if I paste that into here, there. And here selection does some other tricks in order to, you can do a lot here like sorting, etc. But that's not for this tutorial. This was just to show how to, by using a derived table, you can select the max points for country and province, and then join that result with the table with wines, and then you get the top row for each province and country that has the highest points. Okay, that was the solution for that problem.